I'm Seth.
And I'm Drew.
And this is
Nerd Meeting the Nerd.
What's up, y'all? Back on dry land in the game that I was playing because we were... The monotony and the repetition was taking over here in Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is on the IGN Top 100 Video Games of All Time. And I don't know if I've done a good job because I don't think I have convinced Seth that this is a cool, fun razzmatazz game. You know,
I don't know. There's so many freaking games to play out there, and I have Game Pass, and I have a PC, and there's a lot of games that I want. I would rather play Oblivion than play this, to be honest with you.
Sure.
So it's a tough sell. I'm not mad at it. I guess I understand the significance of it.
Sure.
If you're new to this series and the channel, the whole purpose behind the IGN Top 100 list, that why they curated these particular games, is how significant were they when they came out, and how playable are they in whatever year you're watching this.
Yeah.
So it's obviously this is more of a modern title on this list. But yeah, dude, I mean, I get why people like it. It's super cozy and chill, and if you're into that kind of thing, like, I like it. It's fun. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We should have played co-op. We already talked about that in another. I think that would have made my time a little more enjoyable. But I've been having fun just talking about nothing involving this game, dude. And I had something written down, man, because I watched this movie recently, and I don't know if you've seen it. But dude, I know you love Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
And he had a bit of a comeback.
Fraser, by the way.
Fraser?
Fraser, not Frazier.
Yeah, okay, Fraser. Brendan Fraser. I want to say Frazier, though. But yeah, he had a little bit of a comeback in this movie. This was like his big, I think he won an Academy Award for The Whale. Have you seen it?
I haven't. And there's a very specific reason why I haven't watched it up until this time frame. For those of you that have been following the channel for a long time, I know it's hard because it was just like bust and up. I was a big dude when we started this channel. I am less of a big dude now. During a sort of weight loss journey, I think the total that I'm up to is I've lost 123 pounds. Which here's the thing. It's hard for me to see it sometimes. And I don't know if that's body dysmorphia or just the fact that it, for me, happened, day by day and, whatever. But, like, there's people that I haven't seen in a while and they're just like, oh, my God, dude, you look completely different. And, I mean, honestly, it's a great feeling. But the reason why I didn't watch that movie when I was bigger is I knew that I would feel a certain way about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, dude, I didn't bring it up for that reason, but I'm glad you were able to share, because it gives me an opportunity to say, like, yeah, dude, crazy transformation. You guys should go back and watch some, not even like shameless plug for old content, but just go back and watch even a few seconds of it. You'll see just the change in Drew's face. It's like insane. And then we met up in person not too long ago, and I was just like, bro, you're bringing sexy back, bro. Like, you look, man, you look good. He does.
Thanks,
so
man.
Good, so healthy.
And
so freaking proud of you, man. Like, for real.
Thanks, man. And like, that's the thing, dude. Like, it's all of the, I don't know, man. Like, I ate like garbage for a long time, and the problem is you get stuck in this sort of perpetual cycle of eating garbage, and you don't really make a change until you have to make a change, and then once you make that change, you don't want to go back. What the F, bro? Who is this cat?
I was like, what the?
What is happening? Pascal?
Yeah.
What's up, dog?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Bro, I'm sorry, but
yeah.
he just looks like, what is he supposed to be, like a sea otter or something?
I guess.
Is he like the sea otter of, who's the one guy?
Pedro Pascal?
No, Cheech. Cheech, the guy who is it Cheech who voices like Rascal or whatever in the Cars movies, like the lowrider. Hey, Holmes, come get a new paint job.
Okay, yes. So Cheech Marin does the paint job.
Yeah,
guy.
he's got like the same beanie and stuff on from like his like Cheech and Chong days. This is
Yeah.
like his sea otter version.
Well, and
Has he
great,
back?
dude. And also, like, I guess, sort of fun fact within that space. So a lot of people thought that the like hippie van was Tommy Chong, the other person in the Cheech and Chong duo. It was not in the beginning. It was George Carlin. He was doing the voice of, yeah, man, you gotta have organic fuel. And then, yeah, dude. And then unfortunately, we tragically lost that gem, that comedy icon. And then Tommy Chong did take over, which it was a very seamless transition.
Nice. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And I guess it's kind of like, did you know, because this gentleman unfortunately also passed during his stint. Do you know who voiced Slinky Dog in the original two movies?
No.
Okay. Do you remember the Ernest movies? Like Ernest?
Yeah, dude.
That's him.
Whoa.
That's the guy who voiced Slinky Dog. Of course, his name just flew out of my freaking head. But dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, dude.
I love the Ernest movies growing up.
Yeah, dude. Me too.
Ernest Saves Christmas is not as good as I remember it when I was a kid. But Ernest Scared Stupid, fantastic. Like, such a good movie. Ernest Goes to Camp, another good movie.
Yeah, that's the one I remember is Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah.
Had that on VHS. I'll get to VHS in a second because I have like a funny thing to point out. But to put a fork in the whale, you should definitely watch it. I understand why you didn't, but it is good. Brendan plays just a kind soul who's just like trapped in this body. It's a movie about redemption and just suffering, and it's really good. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that he's on the up, dude, and that people are like vibing with him again. But back to VHS. I don't know if you've noticed this. We did an episode prior to us like becoming a gaming channel about like VHS and like the revival of it. Dude, we get more negative comments on that particular episode, like in today's world, than any other episode. People will jump on there and be like, "You guys are stupid. VHS sucks. 4K is where it's at. VHS will never have a resurgence." Well, fun fact, y'all. It wasn't too long ago that sort of a novelty item, but dude, Walmart put out a VHS of the Terrifier 2 in Walmart for like brand new VHS, and like all the VHS heads were like super stoked, and they were going and they were like buying up all the freaking. I never even got my hands on a copy because they sold out in every Walmart I've ever hit.
Yeah, they did not buy enough. Same thing, dude.
But it's funny that like they say that like it'll never make a resurgence. Well, dude, like nostalgia sells, baby.
It's a strong thing, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. We've just been getting a lot of hate on that recently, and I typically don't comment on the old content anymore. I just like I'll like it or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, dude, like these movie buffs, these physical media guys and gals are hating on VHS for some reason.
Message in a bottle.
I just got like a weird pain in my shoulder. I don't love it.
I mean, which one?
My left. Ooh. I know.
What?
I know.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine. Everything's good.
It's
Everything's
actually
gravy.
it's more my back, like the back right here. So yeah, it's not radiating down my, down my arm or anything like that. That would be really scary. I don't want to drop dead on the channel, but if I do, you can edit these videos and put it out there for the world.
Yeah, that's
that would be unfortunate.
It would be, because then I'd have to play all the rest of the 100 games by myself. Because I'm doing this, man. We've had that conversation too. Like, as content creators, like sometimes it is we throw ideas out there and whatever. And I have made it very clear that regardless of what Seth wants, we are getting through this list.
We got to, man. There's too many good games on here. I think if one of us croaks, though, before we finish it, the idea should be to have, like, guest hosts
You sure?
for the
Sure.
rest of the duration. That would be kind of fun. And
Yeah.
hey, listen, we might have some guest hosts because I don't plan on dying anytime soon. I don't think Drew does either. So
Yeah. Well, that was the reason for the transformation. To be perfectly honest,
yeah, dude.
I don't want to die.
You were knocking on heaven's door. Whoa.
Well, okay.
To be real,
I mean,
mean,
sure.
maybe.
There were some things that like very alarming. I mean, the problem with any like self improvement journey, it's mainly that you won't start until you force yourself to do it, until you have a reason to do it, you know? And oh, here we go. And I, you know, I put it off for so long, you know, and that's a problem, you know.
Yeah.
I tried all the different like weird fad diets and stuff, and then eventually it was just like I'm either going to die or I'm just going to eat more vegetables, and that was like, and even now, like I still have that mentality in my brain, like I, you know, anytime someone is like, oh hey, let's go out and grab like a bite, I'm like, I'm still trying to be as self-conscious as I can about eating healthy food and not eating you know, sugar and stuff like that. Like I'm being very cautious about that. So
yeah, that's good, man. I like it. It's a good look on you.
well, thanks. And I still have a ways to go. Things have slowed down a lot. I mean, I think that's also like an easy demotivator, is that you get to a certain point and like the pounds stop really coming off. Like now it's like I'm losing one a week, maybe one every, you know, 10 to 12 days or whatever. And it is a little demotivating, but at the same time, like I haven't been exercising and I need to. And that's mainly based on weather and proximity to places of exercise places, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
I want to switch gears here for a second because I
Yeah.
think it's going to help make my case for whether I think this game deserves to be on this top 100 list and
Sure.
if I would play it moving forward. There is, I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It may be out by the time this comes out, or it may still not. I don't think it's going to be out. They haven't given us like a release date yet, but there is what I like, the same premise as Animal Crossing, but a Hobbit version.
Yeah.
And like, I think I'm way more inclined to play that than this because I like Lord of the Rings a lot, and I'm kind of down for that. I'm down to clown in
Hobbit Town.
And there was this really great video that I saw the other day that I sent to Drew. I don't know if you watched it or not, but it was like one of these like nerd podcasts or something. The guy's like going off on a tangent. He's like, dude, the Shire is the Midwest, bro. It's the Midwest. And like, if you think about it, man, like no one ever leaves their hometown. They just live there forever. They're always drinking. They're always hanging out with their like friends and family. He's like, I understand that, man. Like I can get down with that. I vibe with that. What I don't understand is like the Misty Mountains and like all these other places like Mordor and stuff. Like they're places that I've heard of. Like I might want to visit there someday, but like I'm not going to live there. You know what I'm saying? And it was like just such a compelling argument. And I was like, oh, dude, now I know. Like I love those moments where you're like, you kind of know something subconsciously, but you didn't articulate it. And then someone else articulates it and you're like, oh, that's why. And I think that's why I'd rather play the Hobbit version of this game because, you know, that's cozy to me, dude. Like,
sure.
Good Midwestern town of Hobbiton.
Well, and that's why switching a little bit, like I want the next Fallout game to be in the Midwest. And I know that it's not going to be, and that kind of bums me out, mainly because, you know, the show is headed toward Vegas, and there's still going to be California stuff and, you know, whatever. Dude, the Midwest is the place, dude. And it hasn't really been represented. I think there is a like tower defense game type thing. Not tower defense. It's like a whatever that missile game was back in the day where you have to like, you know, protect your land. And I think St. Louis was a part of that, like as like the Arch or whatever. Like it was the Arch, and then there's like, you know,
Well,
Statue
St.
of
Louis
Liberty, like-
has some vaults, right?
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like, there are Missouri and the surrounding states, like Illinois and Missouri, there are caves everywhere, dude.
True.
Okay, the infamous cheese caves, which if you're not hip to this story, so the government at one point was trying to help the dairy industry by subsidizing it. And that's why the whole got milk thing was huge. Okay, that was paid for by the government to get people to drink more milk because we were producing far more milk than we could sell.
And they lied and told us that milk builds strong bones.
Well, I mean, it has vitamins and minerals and stuff that you need, but you can also get a lot of those vitamins and minerals from things like broccoli. But so they had this surplus, so they just made cheese. They made tons of cheese in, I think it's Springfield, Missouri. I've never been to these cheese caves, but they're caves underground, massive amounts of cheese, dude. I want to go and like buy a wheel of aged cheddar. Like I want to go and like hope that there's like a wheel of cheese from my birth year, and like I could go down there and just be like, oh,
like a bottle of wine.
Oh heck yeah. Well, okay. I had wine from my birth year was like something bad happened in France or something, like grapes got like grape gout or whatever.
Soiled.
Yeah, whatever. It was a weird thing that happened. And so I had wine from my birth year and it ended up going bad. Like I tried it on my 21st birthday and it was cooking vinegar at that point. And it was just gross.
Yeah, I like the Midwest. It's a good place. It's a good place to raise a family.
It's cheap.
It's cheap. You're right.
I don't want to miss a lot further.
I don't want to miss this opportunity. We only have a few minutes left here in our 5th and final episode. Drew, give me your 2 cents on this game. Does it belong on this list? And will you be playing Animal Crossing New Horizons after the cameras are off?
So absolutely yes. This was a huge missed opportunity for me when the hype happened, and dude, I think it's fun. Like I think that it is a slow start. I also think that if you like for me, I had to kind of restart, and that kind of sucked. That kind of sucked my soul out a little bit. But this game is cool, dude. It's fun. I think that the Hobbit version is going to be exactly like this, and that kind of bums me out only for the reason that if I'm going to play a Hobbit simulator, I want to make food. I want to cook.
Well, I think there is a cooking aspect.
No, I don't think so. I
Really?
don't, or at least if there is a
They haven't
cooking
teased
element,
it a lot.
it's not as in depth as you would hope.
Right. It should be almost like a cooking simulator, to your point.
Exactly. Like I want a hybrid of an open world of the Shire so that I can go around and I can walk the shores of Buckland and go to Farmer Maggot's farm. Like I want that.
What did you call him? Just kidding.
Maggot, Farmer Maggot.
I'm just kidding.
Mag, M-A-G, not. Okay, we're not children here.
Kind of.
I want to go to his farm. Like I want to go there, dude. I want to go to the Prancing Pony. Like I want that.
Yeah.
And then I also want Cookin' Mama, and I want to be able to, have that fun, dude. Like that's where my heart is. And,
I want to
don't think
become a
that game's gonna
brewer.
deliver.
A brewer or like a distiller. You know?
Yes, exactly, dude. That's what I want. That is my hope for the game, and I think it is going to disappoint me very much.
Yeah.
And that sucks. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think I'm going to play this game. I probably will play the Hobbit version. I'll give it
Sure.
a good old college try.
But can you understand the relevance of a cozy game like this?
100%. I just think I just have other things to play.
Sure.
I think I could have got into this during COVID, like lockdowns and like
dude.
chilling, nothing to do, can play this game for freaking hours and hours and hours and hours.
The problem is you can only have one island per Switch. That is the problem.
And that, you read my mind. My son's already grinded this game for like hundreds of hours. So can't really have a new island, and so unless I get a Switch 2 and I have my own island from the rip, that would probably be the only scenario in which I would really get into this and grind. But I don't know, man. I'm more of a fantasy RPG kind of gamer, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we played it. It's been a little bit of a snore fest. I hope it wasn't for you guys at home. It certainly was for me a little bit, being like the voyeur in this. But
and especially because it was early game, we weren't able to do like some crazy cool stuff.
We learned a lot by playing this game about some future titles that we're gonna play. About like, man, like we probably should have like some hours invested in some of these games so we can show you guys some more interesting bits and pieces of of some of these games. But I think the conversation was the real gem in this series. We talked about a lot of really fun and funny things, and
we did.
It was a good time, dude. Like, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. I liked this. I mean, I thought it was fun. Like I said, I will continue to play this. Not a lot. It'll be an off and on situation because I want to come back in the spring and the summer and the fall and see like all the different changes. That's where I'm at with this.
I'm kind of looking forward to, like, we've been really like easy on these games or like liked them legitimately.
Sure.
There was one instance that I think we probably could have been a little harder on a game. I won't mention it, but
Monster Hunter World.
I hope that we play a game that we genuinely hate. And like we can just rag it. Like, but we haven't yet. I mean, maybe that's the point.
Mega Man 3, dude. I like I said,
was that hard to watch?
What's that?
Was that hard to watch? Like after a certain,
dude, it was tough.
It was hard to play, dude. It was so repetitive.
It was hard to watch you suffer. Like that was the big thing.
Yeah.
And I like I said, dude, Sonic 2 should replace Mega Man 3.
We weren't hard enough on Mega Man. You're right. That was another one. We could have been like really,
we were so beaten down.
We could have been nasty about it.
Yeah.
But we weren't. I see the cultural significance of it though. So like that's again, it's like, you know, I don't know. I like to find the good in everything. And at this point, we're just talking in circles. Is there anything else that you want to say to the folks at home, Drew, before we ride off into the sunset of this game?
I would like to pop in, and if this dude would shut the heck up, I want to go into my little fossil place and take a. I've never looked at the fossils that I've donated to this guy, and I've donated every single fossil that I've dug up to this cat. And
nice.
I'm now
philanthropist.
I'm now spamming the A button to get this dude to shut up. I'm fine. Thank you, Blathers. Just blather on. I think it's down here. Yeah. See, look, I found some cool little fossils.
You found 2 fossils?
I found more than that. I think they're going to be.
It's in the next room.
In this room, yeah.
Organized by rarity,
or like animal type. Oh yeah. See, look, there's like a tail of a dinosaur or whatever.
That's cool.
Like, that's pretty sweet. Whatever this thing is. What is this thing? Oh, you get to build the dinosaur. Dude, that's sick, bro. I'm sold. If I get to build dinosaur fossils and then have like a cool museum of fossil stuff, like I'm down. I'm 100% down. That sold me on this game.
Well, that's good. You're an easy sell.
I'm very easy. Oh, dude, see, look at this.
So we got another
this
room.
This is the mammoth body that I just turned in. Look at this. Sick, bro.
I'm surprised you didn't get more into the metaverse. I know you hate Facebook and Zuckerberg, but
I will never own anything Facebook. I will never be a part of the metaverse ever.
Well, there's got to be an alternate.
Is the worst human being on the planet. Mark Zuckerberg does not deserve the money that he has. He does not deserve the power that he has, and he should be eliminated from this timeline.
Well, what's the alternative to? There's got to be an alternate metaverse. Who's creating it? What is it? What is the virtual world that we're supposed to?
James Halliday is creating it, and it's called The Oasis, and it's going to happen one of these days. I believe it in my heart of hearts.
All right.
If you have a Facebook account and you're like casual with it, delete it. Go on Google, delete your Meta account. Stop giving someone that is absolutely horrible to every person that he's ever come in contact with. Stop giving him power. Stop giving him money. Additionally,
might be a lizard person. We don't know.
100% a lizard person. And if you don't like what the government is doing, a lot of those senators have Meta stock. So if you really want to stick it to them, tell everybody that you know to delete their Facebook accounts.
Well, there you have it, folks. Drew hates Meta and Facebook and Zuckerberg. You heard it here first on Nerd Leading the Nerd. And just hit the subscribe button. Follow the journey while we play the IGN Top 100 video games of all time.
Holy mackerel.
From all of us mackerels here at Nerd Leading the Nerd. Come back soon.
Because we'll be waiting.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
We love to talk about all things nerdy.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
We talk about pretty much everything we love here.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
Seth and Drew are your friendly tour guides.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride with
Nerd Leading the Nerd. What? Nerd Leading the Nerd.